I have enjoyed the previous lights from Thrunite that I've taken a look at, and they asked if I'd be interested in taking a look at the current model of the Thrunite Neutron 2C V3. The Neutron 2C V3 is an all-in-one light with onboard charging, and it's flexible in its physical size and with the batteries it can use. Thanks to Thrunite for sending this out to me to take a look at. Here is the box that it comes in. It's similar to other Thrunites that I've looked at. The accessories that this light comes with are the flashlight itself and the pocket clip, which is removable, a lanyard here, a USB cable for charging, you get a holster, and you get a box of spares, which include an O-ring, 2 USB port covers, and a button. You also get Thrunite's button top protected high discharge 3400 milliamp 18650 battery. Looking here at the holster, it is Velcro on the top. The light fits in. It's custom made for this light, so it fits really nice. It is Thrunite branded here on the side. On the back, you've got your plastic D-ring, and then you've got your belt loop link here, and this is in place and not removable. This light is made from aluminum and is hard anodized with a smooth gloss finish. Some interesting design choices have been made to keep this light short and flexible with its battery sizes. If we start at the back here, this is flat, and then we have a place for a lanyard to go. Then you have the pocket clip. Now this pocket clip is removable, and it only attaches at this one place for the light. It's pretty close to the body, as you can see there. And the way this works is you can remove this middle set of tubing, so the light will run shorter batteries. I'll talk more about that here in a minute. The knurling here is diamond pattern and really pretty aggressive. It's deep, which I like. It fits nice in the hand. It's a good size. No complaints there. Closer towards the front, the Neutron has a anti-roll ring that you can see here with an electronic button with an LED indicator in the button itself. The button sits pretty flat. It doesn't really stick up. And then on the back here is the micro USB port. And this is standard depth, so I didn't have any trouble with other cables charging on this one. And this is what's kind of neat here. You can see as I try and pull this back, instead of the button cover being attached and being kind of flimsy, it's held on in place here with this rubber O-ring kind of thing. That makes it really easy to replace if it does get torn, and they include 2 of them in there. So the size and weight, the length in its longest configuration is 125 millimeters, and in its shortest configuration, which I'll show here in a minute, is 94 millimeters. Width at its maximum is 26 millimeters, and width at its minimum is 24.5 millimeters. The light is IPX8 water rated. So to make it in the short configuration, all I have to do is unscrew the tube there. There's the tail. Unscrew the middle section there, and then just reattach and re-screw things in here. Threads are square cut. So here the light is in its short configuration. Still fits pretty good in the hand, no major issues there. The LED in use here is a Cree XPL V6, and in my example it's cool white. Neutral white is also available and is my personal preference. The reflector is smooth and fairly deep, with the LED centering being good, and everything sits behind an anti-reflective coated glass lens. As I was mentioning, this light can use a variety of different battery sizes. It ships with this Thrunite 18650 3400 milliamp hour. It's high discharge and button top. I really like that Thrunite decided to go with a high milliamp hour battery. A lot of brands cheap out there and go with smaller batteries. And this is how I'll use it most often, is with that 18650. However, it can also work with 2 CR123As, one 18350, one 16340, or 2 16340s. Button tops are recommended. I had a little bit of issues getting my flat top 18350s working even with a small magnet, and the working voltage is 2.7 to 9 volts. The beam shots of the Neutron 2C throws pretty well for an EDC. It has a small hot center with moderate spill and a hard cutoff. If I look down here, you can kind of see that with my video lights. The night shots will do a better job of showing this. Here are my night shots for the Thrunite Neutron 2C. And this light does have a moonlight mode, and I've got that on right now. It's working great out here from my deck. This light doesn't have conventional modes. Instead, it starts to ramp up, as you'll see here, slowly. And that's my one criticism. I love firmware that ramps, and I love that this blinks when it's at its brightest and then blinks at its lowest. But it's a little bit slow when I start going down, as you'll see here. That's real time, not speeding it up any video or anything. So there we are back at the bottom. If I double click, I get turbo. And as you can see here, this light throws pretty well. I can easily see into the school, the trees. Shows up real well, yet at the same time it's fairly broad. It's got a pretty sharp cutoff, as you can see here. There is a bit of a hot spot, but it's pretty well diffused at distance. And there is strobe as well. I ran my runtime test with the included 3400 milliamp hour 18350 battery. In turbo mode, the light will last about 10 minutes before you see a large decline to about 65% relative output. This will go for about 60 seconds before a slow, gentle decrease down to 10% relative output, where the low voltage protection cuts in. Low voltage protection shut off the light on the included battery at 2.93 volts, and I measured parasitic drain at 0.3 microamps. The UI on this light ramps, and that means there isn't set modes for the most part. So if a long press from off, you get firefly mode, which you can see there. This is half a lumen. So if I long press again, you get what Thrunite's calling that infinity low at 12 lumens. Here's where the ramping begins, as you can see. I'm long pressing again, the light begins to increase in brightness slowly over about 6 seconds. And at that point, the light will flash to let you know you're at the highest infinity mode, which is 650 lumens. Double click to get to turbo at 1100 lumens, and then double click again to get strobe. When at either extremes of low or high in the ramping modes, the light will blink to let you know that you have hit the maximum or minimum. And at any time you can stop long pressing there and stop at whatever brightness you want. Then if you press the button again, it'll increase or basically go the opposite way of where you were. As I mentioned before, the light has micro USB recharging here on the port opposite the switch. Unfortunately, this light recharges at the maximum of 1 amp, and that means it's a bit slow to recharge in my test. It took 4 hours and 52 minutes to recharge from 2.93 volts to 4.2 volts. The LED button contained within the button of the light here acts as both a battery level indicator while the light is in use and a charging indicator while the light is charging. And that information can be found in the manual to decipher what everything means. So for me, the pros are it's available in neutral and cool white emitters. It's flexible in its output to whatever level desired, but the ramping is a little slow. It's flexible in length and battery usage. And I like that Thrunite includes a 3400 milliamp hour high drain 18650. The cons for this light are it's got 1 amp charging, which is a little bit slow, and it'd be nice to see this move up to 2 amps. Ramping output of this light doesn't cover the entire range. There's nothing between 650 lumens and 1100 lumens, and ramping is only available between 12 and 650 lumens. My conclusion is the Thrunite Neutron 2C V3 packs a lot of features into a small package with a nice UI. I'd like to see that ramping be a little bit faster and cover the entire range of the light's output. That said, it's all around nice light that gives the user a lot of flexibility in what batteries they run or what's available. So this could be a pretty good like EDC or emergency use light as well. It's flexible in its length without any extra additional parts to buy, like a short battery tube, like some of the other lights I've looked at. I like the option of the emitter tint, and it's flexible enough to charge via onboard micro USB. Overall, I think this is a light that will appeal to both enthusiasts and non-flashaholics. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. As always, liking and subscribing to my channel helps me to continue to bring videos like this to you.